Life has a way of surprising us. Sometimes it gives us what we least expect, and sometimes it teaches us that even in loss, there is love. Her name was Margaret, a retired teacher, a widow, and now a woman living alone in a house filled with echoes of the past. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into years, all blending into the same quiet routine. Yet through it all, one constant remained: her cat, Oliver. Oliver wasn't just a pet, he was her companion, her confidant, her family. He came into her life as a stray 5 years ago. She hadn't planned to take him in, but something in his eyes told her she wasn't as alone as she thought. From that moment, they were inseparable. Oliver seemed to understand her in ways no one else could. When she sat by the window, lost in thought, staring at a photograph of her late husband, Oliver would jump into her lap, nudging her gently, as if to say, "I'm here." When she wrote letters to her children, letters she never sent, Oliver would curl up beside her, his presence a quiet comfort. Margaret wrote those letters every week, pouring out the thoughts she couldn't say aloud, to her husband, her children, even to herself. Words filled with longing, with love, with hope, but they were always left unsent, stacked neatly on her desk. One stormy night, as rain lashed against the windows and the power went out, Margaret's strength began to fail. She clutched Oliver close and whispered, "If anything happens, you'll take care of this, won't you?" Her frail hand pointed to a single envelope marked, "To my children." Oliver blinked at her, his eyes full of quiet understanding. The next morning, the storm had passed, but Margaret didn't wake. Oliver stayed by her side, unmoving, loyal as ever. When her neighbor arrived, concerned by the stillness of the house, they found Oliver beside her, and the envelope on the desk. When her children arrived, they found the letter and opened it together. Inside were the words Margaret had never spoken, her love for them, her longing for their presence, her gratitude for Oliver, who had kept her going. It was a letter of forgiveness, of healing, of hope. As they read, the silence in the house softened. The laughter of her children returned, faint at first, then filling the rooms that had been so quiet for so long. And through it all, Oliver sat with them, a gentle reminder of the bond they still shared. Life may take, but it also gives. It gave Margaret the comfort of a small companion who understood her pain. It gave her family the chance to reconnect, to heal, and to remember. Because in the end, it's not about the time we lose, it's about the love we leave behind. And sometimes, that love is delivered in the quietest of ways, through a letter, and through a loyal friend who never left her side.